Entertaining the children. Pin in a comment. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Today is National Poll Worker Day, guys. Hello. So exciting. Welcome. Hello, everyone.
It's been a minute since the two of us have been in the same room.
I know.
Or digitally.
Yeah, sort of in the same room. But we're back. I was teasing when I said he was fired, and I'm sure he was teasing when I said, wait. Anyway, just kidding. Welcome, everyone. If you are just joining us, this is Between Two Nerds. We are your source for voter information, education, and a healthy dose of not gossip or tea, really just fun, good times with your favorite notable nerds.
Chit chat, just
I know,
convincing.
but I like the idea that like we're all sitting around dishing, even if that,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of, right? So
We're spilling the tea about our personal values and the issues that we hold dear.
That's our spin doctor right there, ladies and gentlemen. JP Karliak. That is JP Karliak, and I am Courtenay Taylor, and we are here, and so are you. So thank you guys for showing up. If you have not joined us before, you can learn more about us at www.nerdsvote.com. We have a little action item before we get to our fabulous guest. In the pinned comment below, today is National Poll Worker Day, and you can sign up to be a poll worker and keep America safe, because lots of the older population are usually the ones that work the polls, and they're at risk this year because of COVID. So people like you and me, and yes, I'm going to sign up and do it, are going to get in there and help America vote. So all the information is in the pinned comment. Today, we have an awesome guest.
An amazing guest.
Possibly, I mean, I don't want to say the best guest, but I would say,
Because we'll get letters from people.
yeah,
But she's pretty darn good.
yeah, she kind of knows her shit. I mean, her poop when it comes to voice acting and everything else. You know her from Star Wars as Hera, Wonder Woman on the super late night adult version of Harley Quinn, and Black Canary on fan favorite Young Justice. Here is the gorgeous, talented, amazing. She's coming on right now. It's gonna work this week. I'm gonna sing if it doesn't. There she is.
Hi.
You see? You see?
Hello.
Baby girl.
We did it.
Are you in a Blockbuster? Where are you? Are you
In a Blockbuster? No,
are you in
this is my Star
stall
Wars room.
in a con?
It's my Star Wars room. This is
I
every
love it.
gift. Every gift I've ever been given is in this room.
Oh,
we could spend the whole hour talking about that.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to. We're going to spend
goody.
a good part of it. That's incredible.
There's
can you
so
move your
much.
phone around?
Huh?
I know. I dated myself. I said a Blockbuster. Okay, fine, kids. Are you in a Pop Funko stall at
Yes,
Comic-Con?
exactly. Yeah, I've got my Nerds Boat shirt on. Thank you. I love it.
Awesome. Yes.
Woohoo!
Vanessa is old school supporter of
That's right.
us. Like, I mean, we've only been around for what, 3 years? 3 years? 2 years?
Oh my
2.5?
gosh. Yeah.
But yeah, you were in there right at the beginning, so love you forever.
Absolutely.
How are you, babe?
Excellent. Happy to be here today. This is so cool.
I
I'm glad
know.
it finally worked out. Woohoo!
Woohoo! I know, it took a while. You're a popular girl. It's hard to get Vanessa Marshall on the scene.
I don't know.
How are you? How are you doing during all of this
The
craziness?
pandemic, fantastic. It's been really interesting. My neighbors have cut down all of the trees below me. And so I don't know if you see this light. I think that's coming from a tree that's been trimmed. It's been really interesting to try and record with gang, 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 gang. Yeah,
yeah,
all day. So one in between chainsaw pulls I would work, and then I figured out if I use a gate, I can learn that particular sound and take it out of the file. So thank you, science.
Okay.
We are all turning into amazing engineers, guys.
Exactly. How are you guys doing? How are you doing in the pandemic? Lockdown?
Well, I just got home from driving to Texas over a period of 60 hours.
Oh,
so
boy.
that was amazing. It's a long drive from Los Angeles to Texas. But we did some, we talked so much about mental health on the show, especially during the pandemic. And what was so amazing was we went to this place called White Sands, New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
And it is, if you are anywhere near New Mexico, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't been there, you need to put it on your bucket list because it is just like a pearly white sand desert.
Nice.
And it is exactly what you need. It's quiet and there's like wind. It's like super. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, I went from throwing a toboggan in the air because we were trying to make UFO movies.
Oh, nice. You have to in New Mexico, right?
Right. We went from throwing toboggans in the air and running and doing those movies to literally like me laying on my back and just being like, oh my God, I just want to meditate here. It's so spiritual. I don't even know who I was for a second, but yeah, that was awesome.
That's amazing. How about you,
Self-care.
JP? How about you?
I haven't been to White Sands, sadly. But no, it actually hasn't been too bad. My partner lives in Long Beach and I live in Glendale, so
Hey, we're neighbors.
Sorry, what?
I said we're neighbors.
Y'all are neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
He's the asshole cutting down the trees.
It's me. It's been me. It's me with the chainsaw in the garden. But yeah, so even though we are staying at home, we are bouncing between two homes. So for right now, it's not been too bad.
Awesome.
And I'm eating.
And
I'm just eating.
Oh God, please. I don't know how whatever.
I learned how to make popsicles.
Ooh, that's nice.
Not much of a chef here, guys, but and there actually are alcoholic not alcoholic, but popsicles that contain alcohol.
Gotcha.
So I'm a little bit excited to learn to do that. Maybe like some kind of a mocha, like creamy liquor thing. But for right now, I'm just eating cheese.
Oh, just make pudding pops. Just like make a pudding pop with Kahlua in it. Yeah.
Okay. Is that a dare?
It's pretty warm. I bet they're really refreshing.
And it's about to be like 100,000 degrees here over the weekend. We are going to be on the surface of Mars all weekend long.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and make those for everybody.
Beautiful.
Except you, because you're a healthy girl. Vanessa Marshall, the only person I have ever met, we go out to eat, 2 salads. 2 salads. One in each,
Only
like
2?
1 fork in each hand. It is amazing. It's one of my favorite things.
I think Brussels sprouts are really Brussels sprouts and broccoli, actually. I love vegetables. What can I say?
Used to be a bunny. Mm-hmm. So we're not going to get any good like food dirt out of you as far as like ice cream.
Well,
cake.
I know people who are baking bread, and that's so noble and lovely. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. But and I even have a full oven, but I also have one of those sort of Holly Hobby ovens that are, I guess, like convection ovens or toasters. I call it my Holly Hobby. Talk about dating me. I call it
like,
Holly
who
Hobby
is Holly Hobby?
For those of you who don't know, growing up, they tried to help little girls become useful in the kitchen by giving us Holly Hobby ovens. And I never had one growing up, but I refer to my current small oven as such and use it over my other one. So really, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that.
Oven that different from an Easy Bake oven?
Yes, well, Holly Hobby was a doll, and Holly Hobby had her own oven, and she was very industrious. So
I don't know that Holly Hobby ovens you could actually make stuff in. Easy Bake you could actually bake in.
Oh,
right.
But I don't know because I didn't have either because we were poor.
Well, I was,
and that's why I don't know how to cook anymore or ever. So thanks.
I was playing football and not playing with dolls, so I
Right.
saw them around. But anyway, so yeah, the extent of my home cooking hasn't really been much. But there are a ton of Black-owned restaurants in LA that I've been ordering from. Stout is amazing if you're looking for somewhere yummy. I mean, there are a ton of them.
Oh
It's
yeah.
been fun. Woo! It's been fun to use the delivery services and just go a little nuts. That's my
Yes.
treat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been enjoying the vanilla black coffee, which is in Echo Park,
Ooh.
and also Say Cheese, which is the cheese shop next to the
Yes.
Trader Joe's in Los Feliz.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also a
Atwater.
black business,
Mhm.
delicious grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm. There's also the Cobbler place you told me about, and I found another Black-owned Cobbler place in Pasadena. The Cobbler Factory, I want to say.
I think that's right.
And I have a deal going with my neighbor that I'm bribing her for something, and so I'm sending her over cobblers in order to get that.
Oh.
Maybe you should bribe your neighbors with cobbler.
I actually, in all honesty, I ordered pizza for the tree trimmers as a peace offering to just stop for 1 hour. I mean, I thought, can you just chew
smart.
this? Can you just chew this for an hour and then we'll be good? And they were like, you don't have to do that. And I was like, I'm asking you to not do your job. So I feel like the least I could do is feed you while you're not working. So food's very important to me all the way around. But I don't think the neighbors have moved in. They just bought the place literally right below me. And I'm not sure why they think it's a good idea to cut all the trees down, because we need to actually plant more of them, don't we?
It seems
Right.
like, especially since you're moving into a house that's literally on the surface of the sun, because Los Angeles is so freaking hot, you want all the trees. But
well, here's what's so weird. I didn't realize how much shade the trees provided until they took them away.
Mm.
So it's very warm. But these are quality problems. Grateful to not have COVID, and I can live with chainsaws, and but that's sort of been the comedy of the day.
Oh, so this was just today.
Yeah. It's been actually this whole week, and I believe they finish tomorrow. So yeah, good times. Yeah,
Poor tree.
I know.
But you know what? So smart, so resourceful. When in doubt, bribe with pizza or cobbler, and that is the theme of
Yes.
this track.
There's also the Hyperion restaurant.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that one's open
Oh, yeah.
still in Atwood. I know there's one in Sherman Oaks. That's a great place. Just throwing names out there for the locals to go
That's
get
right.
some yummy food.
That's right. If you are joining us, we are Between Two Nerds with voice actor Vanessa Marshall. We talk about other things besides food, and we are Between Two Nerds. We are an offshoot of nerdsvote.com, your resource for voter education and information. And we are here today to talk a little food, a little vote, a little pandemic.
Yeah.
So voting is coming up. There's a thing happening in a couple of months.
Yes, and it is so important. Everyone's voice matters. So I really encourage everyone to register immediately. Yeah.
Do you have a particular way of voting? I know, like, you've been an actress for so freaking long, and I mean, your IMDb is like down the arm. I'm travel to a ton of conventions and stuff. Do you have a particular? Are you a fan of vote by mail, or what's your deal with the voting?
Well, I had previously always voted in person. There's something so fun about it. I love going and I love talking to the people who volunteer and thanking them, and seeing if they need anything or whatever. And then but there was one year, I think it was might have been a primary, that I was going to be out of town at a convention and I didn't want to miss it. So I registered to vote by mail, and that was, gosh, when was that? Maybe, I think for the last several elections I've done through the mail. So I assume that that'll occur again in November. But here's the weird thing. When I was out of town, of course, I did the vote by mail. But when I was here, because I so love going to the booth, and saying hi to everybody, I brought my mail-in ballot and said to them, hey, can I just use your machines here? You can take this back or whatever. And I, I showed my identity card. That way they give me the sticker in real time and I get to put that on. There's something really cool about that. So, but this year, I think I will actually put that bad boy in the mail. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's options, but just for those of you who are wondering, if you are going to vote by mail, you should vote early, because I am the shipper of the Nerds Vote t-shirts, and I am having 18 days to get from Los Angeles to Ohio for packages right now. So please make sure that you do your research. You can also hit us up at nerdsvote.com for information about voting by mail, but definitely go and get informed as to what the state requirements are for voting by mail, and know that you can, at least in California, drop your mail vote in they'll give you a provisional ballot if you just give them at the voting booth. So that's what I have done, because I have been late to put my ballot in the mail, even on the day of, and had to run to my voting my school of voting booths.
I think it's fun.
And kind of, yeah, it's great. It's great. But, some people don't have the luxury of having it just down the street. And so we need to make sure everybody is ready.
Yes, please.
And I just dropped in the chat not only our link to our website to register to vote, but also NBC News has an awesome resource right now that you can find out all of the different things, different bits of information for your particular state about how to get your absentee ballot, where to drop it off, mailing, blah, 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 blah. So be sure to check that out.
And there's a little box in the bottom of your screen that has two little boxes, and it's got a little question mark in it. If you have burning questions for Vanessa, you can go ahead and pop those bad boys in there.
Hold up. I have to say hi to Geek Sensei. Broop. What's up?
What was that little
that's just my love call for my family.
Oh,
Geek Sensei, what's up? Sorry, go on.
So you can pop your questions in the bottom, any burning questions for Vanessa. She will answer them in detail.
It's exhaustive detail.
Exactly. Just kidding. No, you can't. So I know this is an obnoxious question.
Oh, go ahead.
Tell me about Harley Quinn. I know you're working on that show, and it's a different kind of animated series, and I'm super jelly because it's so dark. Tell me.
Well, it's so funny. I went in and they needed people to scratch for I think it was Poison Ivy, because I'm not even sure why. They were like, can you just come in and read with the other actors? So they're mostly on camera people and very, very famous. And so I came in and I was sort of jack of all trades, a little boy, a little this, a little that, and strange. I mean, I've played Wonder Woman in other, the Flashpoint Paradox, Crisis Between Two Earths. But then following, just showing up as sort of the extra for the day, they then called and said, would you like to play Wonder Woman in this version? And I said, oh my God, 100%. Yeah, definitely. And, but I had no idea that it would be such a different version of, it's a very adult show. So I don't know if anyone's seen it. I got to play the little gingerbread boy. And he's pretty bitter. That was lots of fun as well. But anyway.
I'm so excited for stuff like that, though. I feel like the last couple of years, I mean, JP, wouldn't you agree? Like with Love, Death, and Robots and stuff like that like animation is really taking on, and Castlevania and shows like where it's like, these are not little kid cartoons, and they are so freaking exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it used to just be that it was either the animation domination on Fox on Sunday nights, or it was anime, and that was really the only animation that was geared towards adults. So it's it's kind of cool to see, you know, what started as the Adult Swim set to expanding into adult animated content on so many levels for so many people.
Yeah,
which is crazy because
wonderful.
they had all that like that movie Heavy Metal. I don't know if you've
Yes,
ever seen that.
totally.
No.
Yes.
But like, I mean, it's not for kids at all. But
No.
I love that, like, you know, rock and roll and all the like. I just feel like there's such a huge space for that now, and it's thankfully being filled with all kinds of stuff. But yeah, that Harley Quinn.
Oh my gosh, I'm seeing so many friends pop in here. Hi guys, hello. um,
Friends, ask Vanessa questions.
oh dear.
Because you know you have questions that you wanted to ask her on the
Craig,
phone.
how
Maybe,
are we going to line up? Craig, how are we going to line up for? Hey, Rob, how are we going to line up for our Star Wars stuff, huh? For this Children's Starlight Foundation, we line up outside the Man's Chinese Theater every year for new Star Wars films. Of course, we need new Star Wars films to line up for. But every Christmas, it's sort of our tradition. And hey, shocker, I order everyone pizza. I'm sensing a theme here.
We're going to get pizza for dinner tonight. I'm so excited.
I'm sensing that may occur, yes. Anyway.
So you support the Children's Starlight Foundation?
Yes, for that particular event, yes. That's what the money is donated towards. And there are other charities that I support, in fact, quite a few. But it's fun to do that one every Christmas, or at least we have with every movie that's come out. So I don't know if Rick is here. Rick is another one of my friends from Lining Up. Liningup.net is the name of the group. Anyway.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So do you have I mean, I know you have a bunch of things that you support, but this is also a great time to talk a little bit about, you know. Yes,
actually, I care very much about Step Up Women's Network. It's women inspiring girls, and essentially I handle their social media because I've gone to these career mentor events and I'm like, yeah, I play Ruth Bader Ginsburg in Rick and Morty. And the kids are like, what can I do with that information? Like, I find that the young girls, they really want to go get internships with guests or with a realtor or with a producer or with a, you know, whatever. So I end up helping them with social media stuff. But I really believe in what they're doing. And, you know, with regard to voting issues that I really care about, I really try to do anything and everything I can to help and support teachers. And Donors Choose is another thing that I contribute to. I have a friend on Facebook who is like has his finger on the pulse of any teacher who needs anything. So yeah, he helps me stay apprised of who needs what, and it's a really fun email chain that we have. Sort of we call it the good deeds group. So we let each other know what we can do. At least one thing a day, help someone else's life get better. So, but
those ladies who got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and made pound cakes and paid people's bills.
Yeah, like that.
Like that, but without the pancake and without getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I see John says she dropped an F-bomb. Did I accidentally do that? Or maybe they're talking about...
Was it me?
Oh, now I understand. Forgive me. Ruth Bader Ginsburg does indeed do that on the Rick and Morty episode. Thank you, John.
Oh.
Yeah, it's also rather adult, but anyway, there's another cause that I care very much for. It's Equal Justice Initiative. Speaking of things that, you know, deserve care and attention, that's one of them. And I'm doing an autograph signing on Sunday this weekend with Instagram Live again for with the Young Justice cast. I played Black Canary on that, and I'm donating a portion of the proceeds to the Equal Justice Initiative. So for Young Justice, we'll do some Equal Justice. And so if you want to do something for a good cause, come do that. I feel like in the pandemic, that's the only version of signing autographs, unless it truly makes someone happy. is to either give them away or use the money to donate to charity and things. There's so many things right now that really, really need our love and attention. So I'm happy to do that. Another group that I support is the Loveland Foundation. And they support women in communities of color in unique ways with a particular focus on therapy for Black women and little girls. And again, sort of from the angle that Step Up Women's Network really means a lot to me. I'm grateful to support them as well. Yeah.
It's huge.
But,
I was involved in Step Up as well. And it's, to have a mentor is amazing. I mean,
yeah.
I wish that, did you have a mentor coming into when you got into voice acting?
I don't know that I had a mentor per se. I took a million classes. I had done a one-woman show, and my current animation agent, Kathy Lizio, saw me in a show where it was a sketch comedy show, and afterwards, we discussed the possibility of doing animation, given that there were all these characters. And I needed some help and some work as it's sort of like golf. You have to just keep playing. And, as far as culture shifting and changing, and we have to reflect that and absorb that and, give back to the listener exactly what they want to hear in terms of, not selling or telling an amazing story. I had to unlearn. I went to drama school actually. And, so it was really just a whole other ball game. And I was able to take classes with Maurice Tobias was amazing. Pat Fraley was amazing. Chris Zimmerman and Charlie Adler were fantastic. Andrea, there was, it was a joint class actually. Let's see, who else was in that? I feel like there was one other teacher. Rob Paulson, he came in to Andrea Romano's class. That's what it was. And I'll never forget, Rob said, every time he steps up to the microphone, he asks God to help him get out of the way. And, what he meant by that is to just be available to his talent and not judge himself and sort of be free enough to just play and not think too much, and I think that's a good metaphor for pretty much everything. So that was another great class, but I continue to take classes today still. So did you have a particular mentor or?
No, I came and I didn't, I just showed up in my Hyundai. Showed up in my Hyundai hatchback and just got a job waiting tables. And, basically I had an agent in San Francisco who didn't really do anything with me. And then I came here because I was like, this is what I want to do. And it was so long ago, I didn't even know if you could really do that. But my choice was either I was going to move to Chicago and be a fitness instructor at the gym that I was working at, or open more gyms, or I was going to go do something different. And so I picked different, and it seemed to work out after a while. But I still take classes and stuff too. JP, do you?
I mean, my mentor is Bob Bergen.
Hey, that guy. Yeah. Who's great?
Well, it's actually twofold. It's Kelly Ward is the one that got me into voiceover, and Bob's kind of the one that showed me what it was all about. So, yeah.
Not too shabby, my dude.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah. Well,
someone's asking me if I play golf. Hard pass. I mean,
do you see that play Hera in person for Star Wars if they asked?
I would be honored. I would be honored to do that, of course. No, I should say
Star Wars?
I wish that would be fantastic. I have played golf. I'm not very good at it. So there's that. Swing and miss.
She would play Hera.
Thank you, Captain Fantastic.
Exactly. Exactly. If Hera played golf, would you be good at it?
Hera would nail it, of course.
Of course.
Are you kidding me? Yes, absolutely.
Vanessa, to kind of circle it a little bit of that before voting. So you iconic, well-known characters. Hera, Black Canary, Wonder Woman, the list is long.
Uh-huh.
Which of those would you want to campaign for president?
Well, I want to say Wonder Woman because that would be spectacular. I mean, the outfit is sensational to begin with. I mean, there's that.
And what I mean, how do you choose? You have some rad characters.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Even
I
Gamora,
think,
she'd be more of a Law and Order president, but she'd get it done.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna go with a double ticket. Gamora, Wonder Woman. What do you think?
Sure, that sounds good. Someone's asking my favorite Giants player. That'd be Plaxico for life.
She is a Renaissance woman, you guys. A Renaissance woman.
Giants as in the baseball team, right? Or the...
I'm assuming they mean New York Giants. I'm assuming.
That's Giants, not the other Giants.
Are you a sports fan?
I am indeed. I like football. I like hockey. I like boxing. I was playing football growing up. I was kind of a tomboy, I guess, and perhaps still am. Yeah, we've discussed the martial arts thing. You do that too, right?
I boxed when I was younger. I have not in a long time, but I did box, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Exactly.
And now I have a very bad left shoulder to show for it.
Yeah.
People are
and
disappointed
soccer,
it's not
yes.
San Francisco.
Sorry. Yes, of course I like soccer. Absolutely. There are many friends of mine in the UK, and they can duke it out between Chelsea, Arsenal. I don't know. I'm Italian, so sometimes I go with Juventus, but I'll watch any game. I'm sort of that way with hockey. I don't really have a hockey team that I'm all over. I'll watch any hockey game. I don't know. I'm a Libra. I like everybody.
She doesn't know about soccer, guys. Okay, so we've answered a few things because there's the NHL team favorite. What's your favorite vocal warm-up before starting VO work?
Well, I learned quite a few when I was at NYU. I believe it's an Edith Skinner book. Lily Lolly, Lily Lolly, Lily Lolly, Luli Lolly. That's always a crowd pleaser. Butta gutta gutta butta dugga gutta gutta dugga. Topeka 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 bodega bodega bodega. Thistle thistle thistle, and then I'm out.
Guys, $60,000 a year in tuition.
Literally, it all boils down to that. Not so much.
You're like red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, prune mouth, light mouth.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I usually
I
do those. Yeah.
I asked DC Douglas what he did. I was like, "What's your warm up?" And he's like, "The alphabet, A B B B B." I'm like,
nice.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot more exciting. Tim bodega 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 Tim's.
Sure, why not?
That's from our New Yorker, so maybe she is trying to remember where her local bodega is. I don't know. Hi, Ivy.
Tim. Maybe it's a shout out to Tim Hortons. I have no idea. That's also a passion.
Possibly. Do you have a favorite Star Wars book? Asks Abby Soul.
Oh, I love A New Dawn. The story of Hera meeting Kanan. That was really quite helpful. I just got the new Thrawn book, and I can't wait to read that. But A New Dawn really helped me a lot. Huh?
Is there a story around you starting to work for Star Wars? Because you're obviously a huge fan. Were you a fan? You were a fan beforehand, right?
A New Dawn is cheating? What? Why? That's interesting. Well, I was a fan. I've been a fan my whole life. A bit of a only child and football player. But yeah, I had an audition that was for a project called Wolf. I didn't know what it was, but they talked about a light sword, and it kind of felt like Star Wars to me. So I applied my sense of the Star Wars saga to the script and ended up getting a callback. And then when I walked into the callback and saw my character on the wall, I recognized her race, and then saw Dave Filoni and Greg Weisman. And that's sort of when it all came to me. So yeah, I wept at the callback, and I didn't even care if I got it or not. I really thought that was as good as my life was going to get. And then when I got it, I wept. And it was just such a wonderful experience. And they're family for life, truly. Not only, you know, the people in the show, but the people that I've met all over the world. It was more of a private, sacred thing for me growing up. And then I just didn't realize that there were so many people who got it. And I feel like I found my tribe, and now I have friends literally for the rest of my life. I mean, if they'll have me. But I really do adore the Star Wars fans. They're awesome.
Yeah, it'll be nice when things go back to normal and you can do celebration. And I mean,
Right. I know that was supposed to be last weekend, unfortunately. So I know, bummer. But
you guys
we'll
are just,
all be
you're just
together.
saving it all up for the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
What there was Nanny Marie, I love you. She's in Melbourne, and so it's, I don't even know what time it is there, but she wants to see that room, girl. You're gonna have to give us a little peek.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Not sure. Hold on one sec. All right. So you got your first off, for those of us who are Mandalorian fans, you can talk to Surly Girly about my child shoes. What is happening right now?
God.
What? And then she even
Surly
made me.
Girly.
Yeah, find her. Yeah, it's Holly Fry. She's amazing, and she made these shoes. But and also a Karume. I mean, there's like a million years ago. I mean, there's stuff like, I even got a My Little Pony Hera here. You see that?
Oh, that is
Yeah.
epic.
And there's a Gamora, and then I went all the way and got the child. You gotta love the child, right? Or
Sure.
Baby Yoda. I mean, I don't know how to. Let's see. We've got Black Widow, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oops, there's Brienne of Tarth because
Because
Yeah.
everyone needs Brienne of Tarth in their life.
got Lil Kanan, Yoda, Drax, Yoda, Gamora. I don't know if you can see all this stuff. Then there's
Yes, awesome.
Mary Jane. We've got an R5D4. Oh, and look, it's Sabine. Count Dooku. Sabine. Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, dude, this Boba Fett, it rocks so hard. Look at that. Ba-dow. Okay, wait. I'll show you.
Show it again.
Oops, sorry. Can you see that?
Yes.
Ish. Okay, hold on.
But yes.
And then there's Han Solo. I don't know if you can see all the way up there. Can you? Do you see Han up there?
Yep. I can see.
And then these are my original action figures off card. Here's Chewie. What's up? That's absolutely not how Chewie sounds. Let's see. Oh, and here's another Boba. Right? There you go. And if we can ask Yoda a question here. Hold on one sec. Let me see if you can see Yoda. Can you? Where is he? Burr. There. Okay. Is everyone on this feed going to register to vote?
The Force and its wisdom are all around us. Ask your will a yes or no question. Sense the Force in my left hand. Press it and answer you, I will.
Like I said, is everyone on this feed going to register to vote, like, immediately? Come on, dude. Come on.
Yes, I feel this will be.
He said, yes, I feel this will be.
Yay!
Yay.
That's
all we
need.
want. That's all we want. And then my friend Karume just gave me this amazing banner. How cool is that? Woo!
Karume best.
I know.
Just got a gift from him as well, and he
I
is so
love
generous
him.
and amazing.
There's
If
a
he's
Poe
out there,
Dameron. I
love.
don't know if you can see the Poe Dameron. Yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff. Wait, hold on. I have a loth cat. I don't know if you can see this bad boy. Right?
I love them.
It's like a big stuffed animal. How you can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
And you gotta love a Pusheen. I mean, it's off brand, but I do love it.
You know what? It's okay.
Then there's this whole section over here. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Oh yeah, one of my dear friends on Twitter made me these shoes. Now, if you can see, he painted them himself. Oops.
Let's see. We're having a little nightmare cam situation. There we. Whoa!
Yeah, dude. Right? So awesome.
Are those Chucks?
Yes, they are.
Oh, jealous.
I know, dude. Life is so good. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, wait. And then this is from the Simpsons party where we were. Hold on. Remember those?
Yes.
See?
Aww.
I know. Anyway, is that... Oh, wait. Here's a little porg.
An embarrassment of riches.
Can you see the porg? Can't tell. There?
Yes, the tiny porg.
Yes. That's another
Awesome.
Kurume gift. Sure, why not?
Aww.
Anyway, sorry if that made you feel like you were going to throw up from all the movement. My bad.
Nightmare cam in between a lot of amazing things.
There we go. Oops. Ta-da! Awesome. I love that you thought it was a blockbuster.
That was great. Well done.
Amazing. So you have so many fans. You have so many people that, like, you obviously have a lot of people that you care for and, you know, are reaching out to via all of the charity work and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a known quantity, but are there people in particular? What we like to ask, you know, when you're going to vote, who are you voting for when you're going to the polls? But it's not the actual candidate or party. It's about, you know, when you drop that vote in the mail, that ballot in the mail or into the ballot box, who are you thinking of when you're filling it out? Who do you want that vote to benefit and help when you're casting it?
If there's anything with regard to funding education, I 100% support that. Anything that improves first responders' ability to do their jobs, I'm 100% for that. I also am for repairs. You know, I always see on the back end, oh, it's going to be billions of taxpayer dollars, but I always feel like it's worth it for us to invest in, whether it's our roads or, you know, whatever needs updating. I'm usually for those things, fully aware of, you know, the cost of those things, but I think the benefits outweigh the cost for me anyway. So I just try and go through and make sure. And sometimes, you know, the literature that you get in the mail is so confusing. I actually got a ballot one year that was completely, or not a ballot, but it was sort of a promotional thing with absolute misinformation. It was very strange. So I research a lot to make sure that my vote is actually counting in the right direction of repair and support for those things.
Yeah,
like I said, the donors choose thing is something that I do outside of the election, but with that spirit, that's something I care about.
That is, you're the first person to talk about infrastructure, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That we've had on the show. And it's super important, but it's one of those things that you get down by the time, at least in California, by the time you get down the ballot to that kind of stuff, you're like, my hand is cramping. I don't care.
Yeah.
So we like to promote ballot parties where you get together with friends and, you know, sit around a table and eat and drink and research. Now, obviously with COVID, it's not that easy to do that anymore unless you're sheltering with people, but to be able to do that via Zoom, because at least in California, you know, there's a ton of things to research, and why not kind of, not in the spirit of coming to a consensus, but just in the spirit of kind of divvying up and being like, these are the pros, these are the cons, this is who supports, this is who does not. It can make for make voting a lot more fun and a lot more educational, so you feel like you're vested in what's going on.
Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. Yeah. I'll have to go to one of those parties next time. when we can.
Yeah, I'm going to do one via Zoom.
Oh,
you
great.
know, and
okay, cool. Awesome.
We'll be actually talking about that. We'll be talking about that. JP can fill you in a little bit about, we'll be doing some stuff in October, yeah?
Excellent.
Yeah. We partner with Ballot Ready, which is an organization that they have a website that provides nonpartisan information about every candidate in every market, over 100,000 people. And it's just a great resource to get non-biased information because it's overwhelming. And especially when you get to, as Courtenay said, you get down further down the ballot, the judges and comptrollers and all of that. It's like, what? But
yeah,
they do the work for you and pull a lot of information that really helps. So we're partnering with them to power our ballot parties, and yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be good.
Ballotready.org. Ballotready.org. You can look them up on your phone. You can take your phone with you to the polls. You can do everything in advance. It's been pretty fantastic. And we also have National Voter Registration Day coming up on September 22nd. Mm-hmm. So God forbid if you are not registered to vote yet.
Let's just do it. Let's just get off this thing and do it. If we haven't done it yet, in fact, you could probably multitask and do it while we're yammering on here, right?
Mm-hmm. It is that simple.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's so easy. It feels so good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you can also check your information. If you're like, oh no, I'm registered. Are you sure? Have you checked recently? Have you moved? Has your information changed? It's all worth checking out, especially at this time when the ways that we receive our ballots and the ways that we get to the polls are going to be entirely different. So better to be safe than sorry.
And, voter rolls sometimes get cleaned up a little, I guess.
As a matter of fact, I just got in the mail. There were two people that I always get mail from them. They used to live at my place, and I got little postcards in the mail from the election office saying, does this person still live here? And I had to send it back and all that. So they do purge rolls, based upon that information. Now, it's not like they're going to go and find those two people that are now off the rolls. So those two people, wherever they are, may they be blessed, they need to get on the rolls, and make sure that their information is correct, because clearly they're getting mail at the wrong spot.
And that would be your mail-in ballot if you are registered to vote by mail. So make sure it doesn't take very long. And our site is it's a great site. It's fun and colorful and easy to, even I can navigate it. It's great.
I'm so glad you guys are doing this. This is so wonderful. I remember when it first started, I have my stuff here for conventions, my suitcase full of pictures, and I have all your stickers, and I would set them out. Well, we all did. So, it's just wonderful to see how far you guys have come, and particularly with this election, how vital it is that every voice is counted. So it really just shows if you put your mind to something, you really can make a difference. So thank you. Don't stop.
No, I mean, this is our thing, is to make voting a lifestyle, not a trend, and it doesn't stop with November 3rd.
No,
it doesn't stop with November 3rd. It doesn't stop with presidential. It's local, it's state, it's every election, every time. It's important. We left Mad King George for the reasons that we vote now. That's what saying what the heck's going on.
Oh my God.
It's true. Okay, people.
It is. Yeah.
It's true. You can watch Hamilton on Disney Plus if you don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yes.
Nice. Exactly. Yes. It's so important. And there's so many easy ways to get hold of the information that you need. And also, you know what? If you register to vote today, you can also strike up a chat with Vanessa on social media, and she will send you good Hera vibes.
You know it.
Yes. She will send hope. your way.
I
don't
will.
remember what
Yes.
Um,
That's the
so
whole quote.
on that note, we usually sign our guests off by asking them to, I don't know how you're going to do this because you have 50 billion characters to choose from, but maybe we can stick it in the chat if people would like you to sign off, encourage people to vote in any particular voice character that y'all love. Or you can just go ahead and pick the one that is at the tip of your tongue.
I will reiterate what Hera says that inspires me. We have hope. Hope that things will get better. And they will.
But only if you vote.
But only if you vote.
You gotta vote.
That's right. We got to rewrite that. Just do it. But you have to vote.
But you must vote.
Perfect. I love it.
There it is. Oh my gosh.
It's hot.
I see
only
mediocre Jedi, McMaster robots. What's up, guys? All my buddies. Love you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Vanessa, for being our guest today. Please make sure that you sign up to vote, sign up to poll work.
Mwah. You give me hope. Thank you. All right.
Love you, baby girl.
I love you so
guys.
much.
We'll see you
Take care.
all on Thursday. Our guest for Thursday is
Miss Honey Davenport from RuPaul's Drag Race. See the
What?
It is going to be amazing.
We love the drag queens on this show, so
Fabulous.
we have a healthy. So
Who
Vanessa,
doesn't?
please come and join us.
I will.
I'll
come and give you lots of hearts and love.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Have
Thank you for having me. Mwah. Bye bye.
Love you.
Bye. Love you too.